So, in the middle of my healing and lying in my bed just a couple hours ago, I started to get really negative in my brain and sad and upset and hyperventilating, crying, because sometimes that does happen, and it's just an emotional roller coaster with Lyme and how we really don't have control over our own bodies and our own healing, which can get very, very, very hard to deal with. And in that second, I needed to talk to someone. I just needed to talk to someone who is either positive or going through it, or just to make a different pathway in my brain. I just needed to talk. And literally, the second that I thought, oh my gosh, I need to talk to someone, one of my good friends called, who is going through the same journey as me, except for she's at the beginning of her journey, which is, I would say, the scariest part of the journey. And just with talking to her, she reminded me of that I am strong, and she didn't have to say it. It's just, it retrained my thoughts. It retrained how I was thinking that second. Just a little while ago, I'm still debilitated with heart pain and with all this pain in my head and my eyes and my body. But we really need to conquer that and say, no, you are not taking my day, pain. Literally, pain is not taking my day. My children are about to walk through that door. I'm going to put on a smile. I'm going to put on some country music, and we are going to, well, I don't know how much dancing I'll do. Maybe a little two-step here, a little two-step there. But my kids will definitely bust a move, which makes me feel good too. And that's just the positive of my day that I'm looking forward to is when the kids get off the bus. And when I get that big mom hug, like I'm a superwoman, which right now I feel the opposite. But hey, when I'm healthy, I keep thinking of all these things that my brain and my body has gone through over the last 4 years. When I get that chance to be, along with Lyme comes indigestion. When I get that chance, my heart really hurts. To be me again. All this pain and suffering will be a distant memory. And it'll be easier for me to focus on the positives. It's my heart. My friends and family know that I'm usually the maybe little loud, little dancy, little cuckoo banana family happy member. Of course, we all have our moments. Come on, I'm human. But I enjoy life, and I enjoy having fun with life. And I can't wait to fully enjoy life again. And for this terrible disease to get some recognition. Because this is just not acceptable. If I was to have any other ailment, if I didn't know I had Lyme disease right now, I would be at the hospital with a heart attack, like thinking and feeling like I've been having a heart attack for like years, which I go to every so often because it's so bad, and get the same answers and go home and sit in my bed alone again, or with my family. But when I say alone, I mean medically alone, because it's a severe heart pain that you go through. Like, there's no mistaking it for anxiety. I'm sorry. I am as relaxed can be. And I do have anxiety because I have chronic Lyme disease and have had zero medical help in this country. which is quite frustrating. Especially because more and more people, and it's not just me anymore, it's more and more people that are close to me that are going through the exact same things and feeling the exact same loneliness in the medical world. And it's got to stop. This has to evolve. We can't we can't sustain this way of living, and ignoring this debilitating disease is one of these ways of living. And all the stress that is out there, with you have to be this person, you have to do that this way, everything has to be perfect, because no, just as long as we're happy, we love what we're doing, we love who we're with, that's what matters. It's not about the things that we have, the house that we live in, the car that we're driving. It's about the who that's under that roof. It's about the who that we have that makes us happy. It's about the who that we have around us. And and I've said this before, thank you to all of my who's, because you're the ones who keep me going and smiling. I could live in a box, and just as long as I had my who's, I would still have this happy smile on my face, because I'd be outside in the favorite place that I love. I just have to move somewhere a little warmer if I had to live in a box, because it'd be a little cold out here. But what I'm just trying to get at is try not to think of the things that we don't have. Try to think of the things that we do have. Obviously, we're all different. Obviously, we all have different wants, needs, desires. But really, in reality, do we really need those wants, needs, and desires? Or do we just need the who's? That's a question I'm going to ask you today. Who's your who's? I know who my who's are. My family, my friends, my coworkers, my community that has been helping me get better, my pharmacist who is like, he's my angel. He's been the one who has been supporting me and telling me not to give up this whole time. I'm really close with him. He owns his own pharmacy. He does a lot of research, and he cares about the people that go into his pharmacy, and that is just amazing. So he keeps on telling me, stay the course, Melissa, stay the positive you can do it. And he was the first person in Canada to make me feel like I wasn't going crazy. Literally, because I was having these debilitating symptoms and not being able to see. Like, what? That's not normal. Not being able to walk. I used to do triple toes. I have to hold on to furniture to walk. That's not normal. A lesion on my brain. Oh, I'll see you in 6 months. That's not normal. And then continue tracking it. So he was the one who said, Melissa, you don't have anxiety. Literally, he told me that. I said, thank you. I know I don't have anxiety. Right now I do, because I'm very sick and I'm alone and I have no medical support. So he was the one who made me persevere, and he told me strategies on what to do when I go to the doctor, and to write down my 3 top questions, because after those 3 questions, they kind of don't listen anymore, because with Lyme, and it's not their fault, we need our doctors. They're amazing. I love my doctor. If it wasn't for my doctor, he's been a great support for me as well. But a lot of times with Lyme, we have so many complicated, I don't even know how a child would be able to articulate what they're going through if they had Lyme disease. That's how complicated it is. Like, how do you say, oh, I'm dizzy, I'm about to black out, like, every second of the day? Or, oh my gosh, like, my right leg's not working anymore. I feel like my right leg's dying, and it literally has 0 reflexes. Or, my heart hurts so bad, like I'm having a heart attack. A child wouldn't know how to articulate that type of stuff. And that's what scares me. So that's why I believe that we need to really raise awareness for this ailment, for this disease, this debilitating, life-taking, slowly but surely shuts your body down disease. Not fun. Chronic illness, not fun. Any sort of ailments, not fun. But let's try and think of the who's. Those who's are what really matter to us. And those who's are the ones that are watching us. And those who's are the ones that take care of us. And I know my who's, Ray and Cruz, are going to be walking through the door any second. And I can't wait to open up my arms and give them the biggest hug. Because that's my oxytocin. Is to have my children at home and my husband and my family and all of the support that I can get out there is greatly appreciated. And I hope that through your pain today, if you have any sort of pain or something that's just not what you want, I hope you can change your way of thinking to, you know what? I'm going to conquer this pain and I'm going to put it back here a little bit more. I don't got very much room for any more pain back here. That's where a lot of my pressure is. But you know what I'm trying to say. Try and put it in the back of your brain. I know how hard it is. Trust me, I was just hyperventilating, crying. And I will not do that on camera anymore. We can cry. That's okay. We can get upset. That's okay. We can get angry. This is what I always tell my children. Emotions are real. Anger, sadness, happiness, excitedness, all those emotions are real. It's what we do when we have those emotions that count. If I ever got angry, what do I do when I get angry? If I ever got sad, what do I do when I'm sad? If when I'm happy, what do I do when I'm happy? Right? So it's always about the underlying, what we do when we're sad or grumpy or sore or hurt. I don't want to give in to my sad, grumpy, sore, and hurts. So I want to change my day around, conquer and be in charge of my body. And it's going to still hurt. Trust me, I can't just magically make it disappear. But I'm going to retrain the way my brain's thinking right now. And I'm getting into mommy mode. So I hope that everyone out there is getting into mommy mode too, because it's that time of day where our lovely little ones come home. Thank you for listening, and a smile is often started by another one's smile.